Hello and welcome back to another video here in the Lego room. I hope you're well. Today we are going to do a small sort of update slash theory video, and it's to do with the Lego Harry Potter set that was released at the very start of this year, and that is set number 76477, the Flying Lesson, which is also part of the Hogwarts Castle modular system that we are building towards, certainly as of last year. And I have acquired it at a sale price, which was what I was waiting for, because this set for me is slightly too expensive at the £70 retail price, but it is one that I wanted to obviously add to the castle system that we are currently building. And I was put off getting this at full price purely because of the price, but one of the other factors is something I want to talk about in a theory video today, and it's a problem that we kind of haven't solved over 20 plus years of Lego Harry Potter, and that is the brooms. Yep, the brooms that you get in the Quidditch sets or any kind of Lego Harry Potter Quidditch set where there is a broom. And there is one very, very simple issue with these brooms, and that is that they do not go in between the minifigure's legs. And that results in things like the image that I'll probably try and put on screen for you now, which is the fact that the minifigure characters tend to hold on to the side of the broom whilst the rest of the body is dangling over the side. And of course, with translucent clear pieces, we now can make it look like characters are up in the air and floating, but it isn't particularly beneficial, of course, if they are hanging off the side of the broom. Now, rather than this being a gripe and a problem, and this is something that I thought about back in January when the set was released, it's something that I kind of wanted to look at as, could we find a solution for this? And I'm sure Lego have tried to look at different ways that they could incorporate a broom that would work with a minifigure's torso. For me, there's clearly a couple of options here. The first one is, of course, that you get a broom piece that has a little two holes either side of the broom, so that the broom can actually go in the legs of the minifigure and therefore attach at either side. So you'd have a minifigure with essentially a stick poking out one side and a stick poking out the other side. That I don't think would look particularly great, particularly when the minifigure is stood still. I know that you could take it off and remove it as and when, but I don't think it's necessarily the best way to go about it. The second idea that I had revolved around the idea of a rubber broom, which was essentially anything that could get in between the legs of the minifigure. Now, this is something that I thought about. Could you potentially get minifigures that are Quidditch specific, where you could potentially get legs that do move ever so slightly from the inside, where you would be able to get a broom in between the legs of the minifigure? Now, obviously, this is something that, quite frankly, logistically, it all feels kind of wrong. And if you were to use anything other than something soft rubber, you run the risk of course, cracking the legs of the minifigure. So this video, there's no particular solution, but it is something that I have thought about, and I've kind of been thinking about since the start of January, and kind of how to explain that in a video, because I'd be really curious, particularly with Lego Harry Potter fans that come to the channel, to know your thoughts on this, how it looks and presents in a set like the Flying Lesson, and how it would be possible to potentially do this in the future, because I think there's only a matter of time before they do come up with a solution for this, because it's been 20 plus years of having brooms in hand but not able to make it look as though the minifigure is indeed off the ground. So there's a couple of little ideas that I had. I haven't thought of anything more eloquent or anything slightly more intricate that you could actually use for minifigures in terms of brooms. If you've got a suggestion of your own, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd be really curious to find out if people have thought about this and if they have a solution for Lego to use for the Lego Harry Potter figures. I'd certainly be fascinated to find out. Of course, keep it kind, keep it respectful. You will get to see that Lego Harry Potter set being built and being added to the Hogwarts modular system that is just above the camera in the next month or so on the channel, and we'll have a ton of Lego Harry Potter stuff coming over the next couple of months, particularly in the summer, with that huge wave of sets coming in the summer, which I'm very, very excited about. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a short video, but I do appreciate it if you've made it all the way to the end. If you're new here, do consider subscribing, because we'll have tons of Lego Harry Potter stuff coming throughout 2025. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.